I was sitting in the middle of a church in Little Rock, Arkansas. And as we sat in this room, I was surrounded by books and manuscripts and paintings and pictures and magazines and things that the world has not seen in hundreds of years.
This was the last book he wrote, so it could be the last book he ever signed.
Oh, wow.
But that's after his stroke. So that would be days before his death.
And I sat there realizing, like, this is the greatest collection of work on how someone can become successful in the world.
So this is the main piece. This is when I saw on eBay. It was like the crazy expensive one I've been dreaming about for.
This is the original work. And that's what every book on success ever written since takes from.
It's the laws of success.
This is like, right now, and nobody has disputed it, the only known set in the world. Whenever I released that I own this, it like shocked the whole Napoleon Hill world. It's been a big deal.
What I didn't know until I flew home and I was actually reading a copy of a book that I spent $1.5 million to purchase, a book called Law of Success. And Napoleon Hill was talking about how he felt this calling, like his job was to create the first ever philosophy on personal achievement.
I believed I could give the world a practical philosophy of success which would free men and
as I heard him say the word philosophy, I started thinking about other philosophers throughout time, right? I thought about the Stoic era and all the philosophers that we're familiar with from then, like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca and like all the great philosophers there. And then we had the Renaissance period of time, and then we had the Enlightenment, and all these different eras of time with all these great philosophers who shared different ways to live and be more happy and be more fulfilled. But I started thinking about Napoleon Hill. I started thinking about the people who lived during this era of time. You know, Napoleon Hill's goal was to write the philosophy on personal achievement. How can you as a person, how can you achieve more? How can you be more? How can you have more success in life?
This is the first practical philosophy of personal success.
And that's why Napoleon Hill in this era of time got me so fascinated. In fact, I realized as I started studying and started treasure hunting that basically in 1850 is when this movement started. The movement was called the New Thought era.
Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve.
And you could think and you could grow rich. You could think and you could become more healthy. You could think, and by controlling and understanding your thoughts, you could change the outcome of your life.
I would visualize things coming to me.
Just decide. The universe is going to get out your way.
I knew that I had drawn that into my life, and it changed the way I thought about my life forever.
The origin of that material is nearly 100 years old.
And so as I went on this treasure hunt and started collecting these things, I had so many books and magazines and things that I found that had been lost to time, and that we started acquiring the original manuscripts of the books and getting the rights from the families and people who had originally published these things. I wanted to share this message with the world, the fact that you can think and you can change your life. When you understand, you can literally design any life that you want.
All success begins with a clear picture in your mind of precisely what you want from life.
For some of you guys who are coming here, you are an entrepreneur and you're trying to grow a business. Other of you guys are coming here because you're an athlete and you want to be more successful in your sport. Some of you guys are creators, some of you guys are artists. Like everyone's got something different, but they're all of us are looking for the same thing. We're all looking for a way that we can achieve more as humans. And so today we're here because we are launching a brand new community of high achievers, people like you and like me who are looking for more. We're trying to get more in our life, whether it be more success, more happiness, more fulfillment, whatever it is for you. Someone's who's looking for more. And I wanted to take all of the work that we've been collecting as we travel the world and put them in one spot for me and for you to be able to study and work on together. Now I've spent in my travels over the last 3 years over $15 million collecting these things, buying the rights to them, and I spent the next year or two going through all the materials and finding like so much gold that's been lost to this world. As I got deeper and deeper, I started sharing it with my friends and my family members and people in my mastermind groups, and people were freaking out. Like most of them had never heard of these concepts, these principles before.
I'm shaking.
It's sacred, really.
Not a word. Thank you for letting me breathe on
That's
it.
one of my favorite ones.
Wow.
And I watched as they were having so much success with them, and I was like, I need a place to share this stuff. I need a place where I can have a community of people who are excited by stuff like this, where I can say, look, I dug through a manuscript that's cost me $55,000, and I found this one nugget. I need to give it to somebody. Like, who's going to care enough for me to share it with them? We decided to create a community called Secrets of Success. And This is for people like you who are looking for more. You're looking for a philosophy on personal achievement. You're looking for who are the philosophers that are here to help me be more successful in the things in life that I care about. And so inside the Secrets of Success community and membership site, I'm bringing the lost treasures from this era, from the New Thought movement, the things I'm finding, the books, the magazines, the manuscripts, things I'm collecting. I'm finding the gold, I'm finding the best stuff, then bringing it back to the community. And then collectively together, we're talking about it, we're masterminding, we're brainstorming, we're iterating, we're creating more cool stuff from these lessons, from these thought leaders, from these philosophers. And so I wanted to officially invite you to be part of this community. Inside this community, there's a lot of really, really cool benefits. Number one is you have a chance to be with other people who are like you, other like-minded people who are obsessed with success and fulfillment. And how do we get it? How do we achieve it? How do we have more in our life? That's the number one. Number two is you're getting access to old materials and documents that nobody else on this planet has. Most of these books and manuscripts I'll be sharing with you, I spent anywhere from $10,000 up to the highest one was $1.5 million. I'm bringing these things back to be able to share with you guys so you can have access to these things that have been lost to time. And I promise you, when you read through some of these things and you hear some of it, man, it'll change your life forever. But I'm gonna bribe you right now to get you to be part of the community by making you an irresistible offer. So here's the offer. When you sign up for the Secrets of Success community today, I'm gonna give you a 30-day trial for you to go in there and participate in the community. But on top of that, I'm gonna ship you one of these Secrets of Success kits. Inside this kit, there are 3 gifts that I think are gonna blow your mind forever. The first gift is, a lot of you guys obviously have heard about the book Think and Grow Rich. This is actually first edition, and this one is signed by Napoleon Hill, so this is one of my collection. This book changed my life, and I know it can change yours as well. And so the first thing I wanted to do is, inside this kit, we're gonna give you a copy of Think and Grow Rich. But you will notice it's not just any copy of Think and Grow Rich. This is a very special one. I had a chance to work with the Napoleon Hill Foundation to create, because the foreword right here is actually written by me. I had the opportunity, thanks to the Napoleon Hill Foundation, to actually write the foreword for this book. And so this is gonna be your own personal copy. Again, it's got my foreword, it's got my design on here. So this is the first gift we're gonna send you. Okay, now obviously though, you can get Think and Grow Rich at other places, so I wanted to create something that was truly irresistible you could not get anywhere else. And so I started looking through all the archives, all the things that I purchased. One of my favorite things I bought from the collector was this book. And this is a book that I have never seen before or since, and I've looked high and low. It's a book called It'll Place You Wherever You Wish to Be Amongst Men. And this is actually a book that Napoleon Hill wrote in 1919. And back in 1919, he sold this for $50, which that's the equivalent of over $830 today. And this is the only known copy that I have been able to find. I've not seen it anywhere else. And it is one of my favorite things Napoleon Hill has actually ever written. And so I was able to get permission from the Napoleon Hill Foundation to take this original book, and we were able to republish a copy for you. Again, this book right here is worth its weight in gold. You cannot buy it anywhere on the internet. The only place to get it is here inside this kit. So this is the second gift we're gonna be giving to you. And then the third book, how many of you guys sell something in your life? Obviously, we're all selling things all the time. And Napoleon Hill was working on a book called The Secrets of Master Salesmanship. In fact, this right here are the actual manuscripts from his typewriter. And he never actually published this book, but Don Green and the Napoleon Hill Foundation sent me a copy of it, and it is amazing. Like, I remember sitting in my room one day reading this, going through all the pages, and I was like, this is one of the best things I've ever read on sales. Not so much like, here's how to close the sale, but the psychology used as a salesman, both for you working with somebody you're trying to sell something to, but also psychology on yourself. How do you become better as a person so you can influence people better? And again, this is an unpublished book. Nobody's ever read this besides me. So the third book you'll be getting for free today is called The Secrets of Master Salesmanship. Now, these 3 books are unique. They cannot be found anywhere else. This is something very specific just to you. When you join the Secrets of Success community today, you get all 3 of these. Once again, the first one is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, forward by Russell Brunson. Number 2 is It'll Place You Wherever You Wish to Be Amongst Men, Practical Lessons in Applied Psychology. This one is so good. And then number 3 is Secrets of Master Salesmanship. If you sell anything on this planet, you need to have this copy of the book. So that's a special offer we made for you. On top of that, I got one last thing I want to give you when you get started today. And the last bonus is this. The reason why I ended up in Arkansas inside of a Pentecostal church in the middle of nowhere, but surrounded by a whole bunch of books, is because I was trying to acquire this. This is the prized possession of everything I've collected over the last 3 years. This is a book set called The Laws of Success. Now, if you know anything about Napoleon Hill, he wrote The Laws of Success and got published in 1928. But what most people don't know is 3 years prior, he wrote what's called a galley copy. For those authors who are listening to this, a galley copy is a book that you write ahead of time. You write a book and you send it out to your friends and family members to get people's feedback. And this one he sent out to some of the top, kings and queens, to the President of the United States, to people he wanted to read this. And there's only one complete known copy on the planet, and this is it. Again, it's The Laws of Success. And this one is also happens to be signed And I bought this book set for $1.5 million. This is the crown jewel of my entire collection. And so one other thing I wanted to give you as a bonus, I'm not going to give you a copy of this book. We're not even giving you the PDF copy because I don't want to scan it and ruin the bindings and stuff. But after I got it, I wanted to read it once, all the way through from the very beginning to the very end. And so I sat down in front of a microphone and I actually read the Laws of Success book and recorded me reading it. And so one of the bonuses you will get, as long as you're an active member, you have access to a private members only podcast, which is me reading the entire pre-first edition, the galley copy of Laws of Success I spent $1.5 million for. You guys have a chance to get this audio book you can listen to of me actually reading it for free as an active member as well. And so that is the special offer we want to make for you today. I encourage you to take that leap of faith and just say maybe. Maybe this will be a community for me to be part of. Take that leap of faith, get the free kit, jump in the members area, have some fun, and in 30 days from now, then decide, like, is this something that I want to continue to do? Do I want to continue to learn and to grow with a whole bunch of like-minded people with information that cannot be found anywhere else on the internet? If so, then Secrets of Success is going to become your new home. So with that said, I want to welcome you as our newest member, as our round peg in the square hole who's coming back home, hang out with a whole bunch of other round pegs. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you inside of the members area.